Hello all, welcome to Read to Share. Today's story is called Snow White. Once there lived a beautiful yet wicked queen. She was jealous of her pretty young stepdaughter, Snow White. One day the queen asked her magic mirror a question. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? The mirror was bound to tell the truth and replied, Snow White is the fairest. The queen flew into a rage. How dare Snow White be more beautiful than her? The queen summoned her huntsman. Take Snow White to the forest and kill her, she hissed. So the huntsman took Snow White into the forest, but he could not kill her. She was too innocent and kind. Run away, Snow White. Snow White fled through the dark forest until at last she came to a small, empty cottage. Inside, a table was laid with 7 places, and by the fire there were 7 little beds. Snow White yawned. She was tired from all that running. That evening 7 dwarfs returned home. What a surprise it was to find Snow White asleep in their cottage. She awoke and told them all about the wicked queen. You will be safe in here with us, they said. So Snow White stayed with the 7 kind dwarfs. For a while she was very happy. At the palace the wicked queen looked into her magic mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Snow White is still the fairest, replied the mirror. Snow White was alive? The queen was furious. So she came up with an evil plan. She dipped an apple in poison. Then she dressed up as an old woman. In the forest, Snow White heard a knock on the door. Outside was a little old woman selling apples. Try this juicy red one, my dear, she said, smiling. Snow White couldn't resist. She bit the shiny red apple. Then she fell to the floor and lay as still as death. How those dwarfs cried when they found their dear Snow White. They carried her into the forest in a glass coffin. As they laid her down, a prince rode by. He fell in love with the beautiful girl at first sight. She looks like she's just sleeping. The prince kissed Snow White gently. Then something amazing happened. Snow White woke up, as if the spell was broken. The dwarfs danced and cheered happily. Snow White fell in love with the prince. They were soon married and lived happily ever after. Never again did the wicked queen trouble Snow White. The end. Thank you for listening. Please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.